Hello, hello! Hi there, hi guys, Sir Hanasash and Quirky Kitsune. How are you guys doing today? You guys did make it, y'all made it. Everybody is here. Hello, how are you guys today? It's Friday, congratulations on making it through the week. You know, nowadays that is no easy feat. Making it through a whole entire week. Keats. Yeah, Ancient Skies popped in here almost as soon as I clicked the button and proclaimed his place for first. What if I won? I don't know. What if he won? I need a okay, so like on my like setting up stream or screen, I need to like put the chat on there so y'all can see exactly who says what first. Like before I pop into here. I think that'd be a good idea. I need to do that. So many things to do. What is going on with all these lines? Did I make this transparent? I did. Weird. Okay. I don't know what would happen if you won. Oh look, FedEx man just drove by. Don't know where he's going. He's supposed to be picking up a package today. Ooh, a sippy. Thank you, Sir Han, for this sip. Nice and hydrated. Yesterday's sip train was kind of intense. I had to pee so bad after taking 53 sips. That's not even counting all the, like, you know, the ones not in the big train of sips. FedEx has gone rogue, apparently. They're always rogue. They do whatever. I don't like FedEx. They suck. They're like probably the worst. Maybe not the worst, but definitely one of the worst. You know, package shippers.
What would be worst?
I forget. There's like a company I forgot the name of. It's like basically nobody uses it.
DHL?
No, DHL is actually fairly good. It's Kato time again. Yes, it is. Hello. As soon as I popped up in the stream, FedEx man drove by, but he's supposed to be stopping here. He's supposed to stop here and pick up a package that's on my doorstep. But I guess he did not feel like it today. I hate FedEx. Right now you have enough points for 39 sips if you use them at once and it's still counting. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh, purple fire. Let's do it. Okay. Let me... Oh, wrong button. Go into here. See, right now we're on pink. Let's just scooch it. I wonder if I could... There's probably a way for me to automate this. You know, to some degree. Like, I just have like a bunch of preset colors and I can just click a button for each different color. There we go. That's a... Yeah, that's pretty purple. It's not my birthday. No. Not my birthday. Well, I guess now it is. Let me get my party hat on and... Yay! Happy birthday, everybody! Happy birthday in chat! Happy birthday and or unbirthday to all of you today. Happy birthday to me. Yes, happy birthday to me and happy birthday to you. Whoop. Happy birthday. Yes, so many happy birthdays. I don't have different colors for the party hat, and there's not really a way for me to change it. I'd have to, in my rigging program, have a different hat for each color. But I can't add that many items onto my rig. So... I mean, it'd be cool if you could, but I don't have a way to do that. If I use a different program, there is a way to, like, add a hat, like, onto your rig in that program, but I don't have that right now. Maybe one day. It does look like a really good program. Hat. Yes. I want to have more hats. There's like so many different hats. And like you can add your own like pictures and stuff to that program as well. But they have like a bunch of like, you know, default stuff. They have a Pepsi can. Or rather it's Beppis. Beppis can. And I wanna play with that program sometime. Figure it out and then start using it for streaming. I tried using it once, and then it's like made, I think it's written in Japanese, or like made, you know, by a Japanese company or something. So like, I didn't understand how to do anything. I need to look up tutorials about it. Beppis, yeah, there's a Beppis hat that the other program has. I need to work on learning that program. So I can have all those cool hats to wear. Let's see. But yeah, I've just been this morning working on coloring up this guy. Chugging right along, making pretty good progress. I'm not gonna finish coloring today. But I'm hoping to get at least like half of these stickers all colored up and basically ready to go. And hoping on Monday I'll be able to finish them all off. There's definitely a lot of stickers. Probably one of my larger batch of stickers I've done. I don't think it's the largest, but definitely close to it. Let's see. Get that in there. Come on, Photoshop. There we go. I don't know. I like this character. It's pretty... I feel like a soft spot for very, I guess, natural colored characters. I don't know. I just really like them for some reason. But I also really like unnaturally colored characters as well. Like my boy Fisk. He's like a fish cat. And, you know, he's... Actually, I guess he's not that unnaturally colored for a fish. He's got a lot of bright colors to him, though. But fish are just kind of really brightly colored anyway. So I guess it kind of fits. I don't know. What is it? My suit maker has definitely done a lot of really colorful characters. I love all of her suits. They're all so good. And I want to... If I had the money and space for another one, I would totally get another one from her. But right now, all my money's going towards dental bills, PC upgrades, cat bills, and that kind of thing. Come on, there we go, there's some teeth. Gotta love the adult life of paying bills all the time. And then in a couple more months I gotta pay car insurance, and that's always annoying. I pay like a buttload for car insurance because I'm under 25. I never drive anywhere. I drive my car like once every month. But I gotta pay... I think I pay like about $1,600 per year for car insurance. It's annoying. It's stupid. I tried to like find like some sort of discount, like a infrequent driver discount, but I couldn't find anything. Why does being under 25 make car insurance cost so much? It's because they think people under 25 are reckless. They're reckless drivers, you know, they're like, you know, like, oh, they were teenagers not that long ago. They're clearly going out there and driving like maniacs and trying to be cool and stuff. So they just kind of drive up the car insurance price, which is dumb. But, you know, I think next year, I will hopefully be paying less for car insurance. They also drove up my car insurance price by like, what was it? I think it was like $200 or something like that when I moved. Just because I lived in a different area with apparently slightly higher crime rates than where it was previously. So I guess they drew like, yeah, we're gonna charge you a whole lot of extra money. Them youngins love to crash. Oh yeah, they love to crash everywhere. They go skirting all around, drifting, and doing car races.
In fairness, it means they understand the dangers of 66.
Yeah. Oh shoot, this doesn't go all the way out there. This goes... What am I doing? This goes like here. Okay, let me just chop all that off there. You smashed your front right suspension into a curb because you're being reckless in a roundabout. Yeah. I don't think I've ever really... I think I had one... not even an accident. Not even a fender bender either, really. It was like when I was still learning how to drive back in high school. I was with my mom and like I accidentally backed up like into the bumper of the car behind me when I was trying to get out of a parking lot. There was literally no damage to either car though, but you know, we still waited and told the person about it. They were chill. Then we left. And that's like the only... That's like really the only time I've like hit anyone or anything, you know? To be fair, I also didn't have a car until like a couple of years ago. Luckily, your insurance wasn't affected because you're able to pay for it out of pocket. Oh, that's great, yeah. Nothing sucks more than, like, you know, having an accident and then, surprise, surprise, you gotta pay a buttload more than you used to for insurance. You did a 360 while driving to school being so icy. That sounds terrifying. I would, not... I don't want to drive in the snow, like, ever. I've never done it, and I never want to do it. The mechanic was a family friend and took pity on me, waiving the labor cost. Oh, that was so nice of them. That's so nice. I used to have a friend back in high school whose mom owned a mechanic shop. I mean, I never drove in high school because I didn't have a car. Actually, I guess I used my mom's car sometimes, but it was a very rare occasion. He blamed the school system for having school. A few buses had issues as well. Yeah, I remember back when I was in high school, there was one day where there wasn't even like that much snow, but before 10 a.m. there were about 70 accidents. You know, buses, cars, everything. And after that day, they canceled for pretty much any bit of snow. It was bad. The bus was like an hour late, but I still waited for it. I thought, you know, there would still be classes, but then you get to school and nobody could make it to the school, so there was no classes. They just shoved everybody in the auditorium for like a study hall day. It was awful. The part still cost 1K, even the whole suspension area in that area needed to be replaced. Jeez. That's quite a bit of damage. Then again, car repairs can add up very quick.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. Yeah. I don't really have anything too interesting, you know, like, about driving. I don't really drive, and I never really have driven much. I don't like driving. So, like, I'm cool with not driving anywhere, but... I don't know. Driving's weird. And there's a lot of people out there that probably should not be driving that are. Let me get a little bit of this under there. So, yeah, I got my car. What was it? Like, I think like the fall after I graduated. And, I mean, I've never really driven it much, and then ever since the pandemic I drive it even less somehow. And actually, no, I might even drive it more, because I used to not do my own grocery trips, but now I do. So now I actually have a reason to, like, drive out somewhere every month or so. Somehow the bodywork managed to get out relatively unscathed, so there was hardly any cosmetic damage after the suspension was replaced, and you got a new rim. Well, that's pretty good. That's... Yeah, like, I find whenever there's, like, a car accident, not every time, but, like, sometimes there's, like, a really weird ways in how the car breaks. You know, like, sometimes there's, like, you know, like, the car that, like, got hit, there's, like, no damage, but the car that did the hitting, there's just, like, crumpled, like, halfway. Like, it's basically, like, half a car now. Like, Cars they crumble in such interesting ways. Like I've been in a few car accidents, but never when I was driving. There's always when like I was with a relative or something. And I think it was almost always because of the weather. Like, weather's no joke. Weather can really do you in. Cookies crumble too, although you think people enjoy that much more, yeah. Cookies are better. The front quarter panel isn't quite flush with the door, but that's about it. No bodywork or repainting needed. That's pretty good. It would have sucked to have to, like, pay to redo, like, the, you know, the, exterior stuff. I mean, I guess there was one time when I was driving where I blew a tire, but, like, that wasn't really... I mean, that, you know, that just kind of happens. I was also, like, not even far from home, so, like, it, you know, it wasn't a big deal. Just sat out there, waited for AAA to come and put in a new tire, and then that was fine. Alright, let's see. Yeah, cars they're interesting. Smart cars are terrifying. Like little tiny, like, boxes. Like, they don't even feel like a car. And, like, the wind blows them around. It's kind of terrifying. I've ridden in one a couple times. And it was awful. Do not recommend it to anybody. I was worried that the wind was, like, gonna blow us off the road. Like, even though I was a passenger, I definitely felt the wind push the car around and stuff. Yeah, smart cars definitely don't feel very, smart. I mean, I'm sure it's, like, great for, like, in the city. You know, like, when sometimes, like, you just can barely squeeze into a parking spot. But outside of that, I don't think I would ever want to consider even having a smart car. Alright, let me blend this part in a little bit. There we go. I'm still not 100% sure if this is how the shoulders are supposed to look. Like, they tried describing it to me, and it did not click in my brain, so I'm just kind of guessing on all these. Yeah, in worst case, I just need to, like, fix them up a little bit. Alright, I need to fill in that spot here. Oh man, what was it? Yesterday after stream, I watched so much Futurama. I binged it so hard. It was a good time. Good time. Watching Futurama is always great. Sadly, though, Hulu had started working again, so I still got ads. The other day when I was watching Futurama, I got 0 ads, even though I watched... I don't even know how many episodes. It was a lot of episodes. It was a good time. It's always the best when Hulu breaks and doesn't give you any ads. There we go. Alright, so we got those. Now we need the eyeballs. Eyeball stripes. Ew. I think tomorrow is Saturday, yeah. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be doing some Minecraft. And I think Sunday is when I'm going to be working on the, you know, the emojis for subscribers. I have, like, a list of ideas for emojis. I just don't know which ones I'm going to do first. Because right now I only have 2 tier 1 emoji, not even... emotes. Yeah, I only have 2 tier 1 emotes unlocked, and then 1 for tier 2 and 3. So, like, I can at least start on a few of the emotes, but not all of the ones I want to do. I know I can unlock up to 5 tier 1 emotes as an affiliate. So, I don't know. Sadly, apparently, if you want to unlock any more than that, you have to be a partner, which, I mean, I guess fair. I think partners get like up to 60 emotes or something like that. All the emotes, yeah, really. But as an affiliate, you only get 5 tier 1s and 1 for each of tier 2 and 3, which really doesn't feel like that many. But I guess, like, you know, it does cost them money to, I guess, like, store those emotes somewhere and give them to, like, users to have access to in other streams and stuff. And, you know, it's kind of a gamble as to whether, you know, some, like, a newly made affiliate will actually earn any money for Twitch. Or, like, you know, enough money to cover the cost of doing all that. Alright, we've got eyeballs. Come on, flip around. There we go. I think it's kind of thin. I think the stripes are a little thin, yeah. I'm trying to compare to, like, all the previous ones. I don't know. I seem to be kind of in the general ballpark. But I think I just need to make the base a little bit thicker. But yeah, I think the first one I'm going to do is definitely fire related, because we love fire here. And then after that, I don't know, I have to decide which one I want to be my second emote that I make. Because most of y'all are tier 1. Yeah, I think the only non-tier 1 is Ancient Skies. So, I want to, like, focus on getting, you know, most of y'all, like, at least a couple emotes, and then get the fancier tiers later. Which, what did I write down? I have a list of them somewhere. Let me pull it up real quick. I have, like, a whole big notepad of just ideas that I have throughout the day. I gotta write them down, else I'll forget them. There we go. Here's, like, a list of, like, stuff that I was thinking of. I guess I should put it over here so you guys can actually see. So this is the one I want to do first. Oh no, go away. I'll click with my mouse instead. So I want to do, like, the fire worship one, which I think I'm gonna do like an Elmo kind of a theme. And then I think next I might do the love one. You know, like hard-eyed kind of a deal there. Either that or angry. I don't know. I'm kind of partial between angry and like the happy love one. Tier 2, I think I'm gonna, like, just have, like, a pile of, like, really good quality beans. I don't know. I think that was just a cute idea. And then tier 3, I don't know. Tier 3, I was kind of thinking, like, you know, like, butt shot, because, you know, they're, like, it costs so much, like, basically kissing my ass. Or cool shades, you know, because they're trying to be cool. You know, got them pixelated, black shades. I don't know. Those are just some ideas that I was having. They might change later, they might not. I don't know. Alright, back to the face. Wouldn't you want people to get tier 3 though? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that would, you know, give me the most money per, like, subscription, I guess. For 1 unit of subscription. So, like, those stickers I think would be good ideas, but, you know, it's just kind of, you know, they're still funny, you know. Alright, now we have this one. Oops. Yes, money. Money, money, money. I was also coming up with some ideas of, like, different things I can do at, like, different kind of milestones, you know? Like, if I ever get to the point where, like, I earn enough to, like, buy games to play, I might do, like a $5 Friday thing, or, you know, I just go on Steam, find a game that's $5 or less that's positively rated, buy it, and then play that on stream on Fridays. You know, something like that. Which, I mean, I don't know if I would need to buy a new game every Friday, to be honest. It's like, I'm sure some games would last longer, but also maybe for the sake of it, you know, it would just be a new game every Friday. Or Fursuit Friday. I mean, that could also... $5 Fursuit Friday streams. Yeah, once I get my suit head adjusted to my face properly, I want to, like, have Fursuit head to be a redeem for channel points as well. You know, it's like I'll put it on for, like, maybe half an hour while I do whatever I'm doing. Yeah, Fursuit Friday is a really popular thing on Twitter. It trends every Friday, basically. I never remember to participate in it, though. But I guess if I did a Fursuit Friday stream every Friday, I would remember. Fursuit Friday would be quite poggers. Yeah, it would be pretty cool. I don't know, maybe what I could do is, I have a lot of games on Steam that, you know, I got, like, you know, as a part of, like, a Humble Bundle or just, like, a free, like, extra game for buying whatever. So, like, what I could do is a Fursuit Friday and, like, just work through my Steam library. Just playing all those games I've never played and or finished before. That'd also probably be pretty cool. I've got some good games on there, I think. The games that, like, I've never played before. Just because, you know, I didn't buy them. I have a lot of games, no need to brag here. You know, them console people are stuck getting $60 games. I mean, I think Humble Bundle does Switch games now. I don't think they do Xbox or PS, whatever, though. I think it's just PlayStation. But yeah, that's the beauty about having a PC. You can get really good discounts on games. A lot of my games I got just as part of, like, a Humble Bundle, where I really just wanted one thing on there. But then I got, like, 20 things. Let's see, ears. Humble Bundle is pretty great. I never really buy, I don't buy Humble Bundles very often. But I love just looking at all the different stuff, like, different deals they have. You haven't bought a new game in, like, a whole year. I don't actually remember what the last game I bought was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I bought a game last year at some point.
Zoo World?
I got Planet Zoo, like, forever ago. I don't think, was it last year? No, I think it was, like, 2019 when that came out. I'm pretty sure it was pre-pandemic. Yeah, I don't... Oh, wait, no, I have actually bought quite a few games. I forgot that the Switch is a thing. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I was thinking just PC games. PC games, I haven't really bought any, but Switch games, I've bought quite a few. just because I got the Switch last year. So, you know, I had to get a few games to, you know, to be able to play the Switch. Oh yeah, I have Ark Survival Evolved. It looks cool, but my computer is poop, so I haven't actually been able to play it before. I've tried. I also have Factorial. I don't have RimWorld. I got a lot of games. I've got like all of the Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam, Putt Putt, Spy Fox, like all those games. I've got all those. Just cause, you know, childhood, and they were on sale for like $5. Yeah, I do have art. Yeah, I mean, I probably could. It's just my computer is old and it doesn't like to cooperate with really anything anymore. Like, I could probably play it on, like, shit quality settings. But I don't know. I also don't have... I'm bad about making time for games. Like, it's one of those things I thought was so cool, and I was like, I want to play that, and so I bought it, and then I never played it. But once my new PC comes in, I should be able to play whatever game I want. You know, as long as they don't mess anything up when they're building it. Which, I mean, it's Minger's a good company, so I doubt there'll be any issues. The only issue is just waiting for them to build it, because I think it's like 6 to 8 weeks before they can assemble and ship it. So it's just a really long wait. Which, I mean, that's just the life of COVID, really. Everything's out of stock, everything takes forever to ship. Hopefully one day it'll kind of settle back out again. But that day's just not today. And I would love to also, like, have a game where, like, everybody watching stream could join me if they had the game as well. Like, I know Jackbox, you can do that, but honestly, Jackbox is kind of meh to me. Like, I don't know, like, it's fun to do every now and again with, like, close friends, but, like, with a bunch of strangers, it doesn't feel great. I don't know, it's, like, okay. I have more fun if I play with people I know, though. Like, it was just, like, me and, like, some random crowd of people that I don't know, then it's kind of whatever. But, like, I don't know. I'm not even sure what games. I guess it had to be like a like an online game that supports like a lot of players on like the same server or something. Like Minecraft can do that. I don't know. I'd have to think about that because it would be fun to do that, you know, once every week or two. I know, Mario Kart's also a popular one to play with, people on stream. But I don't have that game. So, you know. You're the only viewer now? No, there's definitely more people. Sometimes Twitch is really dumb, and they don't understand how to count. Yeah, see, there's definitely a lot of people, but Twitch just doesn't know how to count. So sometimes it's just like, nope. Yeah, it says there's one viewer on my end too, but if you look at the users in chat, there's actually like a lot more people. Yeah, mine was 2, and then it just dropped to 1. But yeah, then you look in chat, and you know, there's Ancient Skies, there's Freddy, Quirky Kitsune, Sirhan. Ringers? I think Ringers is a bot. I don't know. Either that or they're just always lurking in my stream. I don't know, they're here like every time. Let me reload. I mean, you're good. It happens literally every stream, though. It was a little annoying when I was trying to work for affiliate, because, you know, in that case, literally every viewer counted. You know, because I needed to get, like, a higher average. So, like, that was annoying, but now it's, you know, now it's not a big deal. It just kind of messes up, like, you know, back-end, like, stats. If I'm, like, trying to look at, you know, like, analytics of, like, my past 30 days of streaming or whatever, just to see how the growth is. Like, that's the only thing it'll mess up, but Twitch is really bad at counting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still at 1, too. I don't know why it does that. You'd think, you know, Twitch being as big as it is, they would be able to figure out how to count better. But whatever. The only other time it'll be a big deal is, like, when, what is it? When I, like, if I ever want to become partner, or, like, work to partner. Because for that one you have to have at least, like, an average of 75 people. But typically you need more than that. That's, like, just, like, the minimum you need. I mean, I hit pretty much all the other minimum requirements for, you know, partner, because, like, I just stream literally every day while I'm working. But, you know, the viewership is really the hardest part of Twitch, is just getting people to click on your stream and watch. And I'm hoping if I, like, play more games instead of just doing art all the time, it'll kind of help that. Because, you know, like, art's fun. And, like, you know, it's nice because I do this... Like, I'm already always doing art during these times anyway. And it's like, you know, I can just stream while I'm working to... You know, it's almost like I'm, double tasking in a way. Multitasking. You know, working on building my Twitch while also getting my work done. But I wanna play games too. I don't want to just do art all the time on stream. You know, I feel like games are, like, more fun to look at. Like, art's fun to watch. Like, you know, and just, like, listen to people talk while they play. Or not play, while they draw. Games? Yeah, games. Yeah, this weekend I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing another Minecraft stream on Saturday, and then Sunday will be my emote affiliate celebration stream, part 1. Part 2 will have to come next weekend, because I need to, like, set up, like, a whole new area for the stream. But once I get that setup done and I get everything ready to go, it should be pretty cool. I don't know, there's a few things I need to figure out first. Yeah, and it's also kind of an experiment for, like, a different type of stream that I might want to do more regularly. Not like all the time, but, like, sometimes. Yeah, maybe like a once-a-month stream. But I need to figure out if it's, like, something I can actually do first. And the only way to figure that out is if I just do it once, see how it goes. I should do it on a Friday. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. It would be fun to do it on Friday because there is a fursuit involved. But also, I don't know, I'd have to either do that instead of my regular art stream, or just really work myself hard that day. I think it'd be better to do it on the weekend, at least for my first trial run of it. I don't know, it'll be fun. I'll definitely be announcing it once I get everything figured out. You know, revealing the secrets of what it's gonna be. Which hopefully will be, like, early next week is when I can figure out whether I can, like, actually do what I want to do. If not, I'll figure something out. We'll do, like, maybe a special game stream or something instead. But I'm pretty sure... I've been working on it. I'm pretty sure I can make it happen. Oops. Too far. Alright, this is not lining up quite right. 3 people? Yeah, look at that. We did jump up with 3 people. I mean, there's always been 3 people in chat. So maybe Twitch just kind of figured out what's going on. I don't know. Twitch be weird, man. Twitch don't know what's going on. They were just a voice in your head. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. You know, sometimes you just gotta, like, talk to yourself, and you just kind of forget that you are not other people. Okay, need to make this look more natural. Too jaggedy. Needs to be more flowy. There we go, that's a little bit better. I also don't like how this doesn't line up with the neck. So I might do that. Just kind of help it match up a little bit better. And then just kind of cut into there. Maybe. I don't know, because it's supposed to like match, like the neck part looks like it's supposed to match up with the cheek fluff. But also their head's kind of tilted, so that might mess things up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go like right here. And then I just need to have it Photoshop. Cover that little spot up. And I think that's okay. I think it's better. Ooh. Yeah, I think this cheek fluff is like, or not the cheek, this neck fluff is lining up better than it was before. But we also need to adjust the shoulder down here. Because, at least in my other stickers, I've been kind of lining up the dark fur to like that brownish gray fur. And over here, it's just a little bit too far back. So I'm just going to scoot that forward. And just kind of drawing all that fluff again. There we go. That's a bit better at least. Everything matches up a little bit more cleanly. And now we just need to get the shoulders in, which I'm still not 100% sure this is how it's supposed to be. Like, if we look at the reference pictures, some of them kind of like bend down like a stripe, but then some of them like are like more ovular, like on the shoulder, and like connect up to the neck. So I'm not really sure exactly how it's supposed to look. They tried to explain it, I didn't quite understand, so I'm just going for it. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be kind of like a blend between like ovular and like with like a little stripe on the front end. At least that's how I'm interpreting their previous artworks. Something like that. And then hopefully that will look okay to them. If not, it's not a big deal to fix that up. Although it'll feel like a larger deal if I have to fix up all of the stickers on the shoulder area. But only because there's 29 stickers, not because like it's actually hard to do. You gotta fix one little thing in all the stickers, it really adds up. Alright, there we go. So we got 2 shoulders. I might drop this one, this stripe, a little bit more. It's a little too high compared to this shoulder. Something like that, maybe. There we go. Alright, so we got all of that part. Let's see, so I did a lot of stickers off stream this morning. I guess I haven't really shown you guys. We have a smiling blep. We've got the nodding one. Making sure I got all the whisker dots in here. This one, I didn't color the eyes just because they wanted to do a small correction on those. So I need to make sure the eyeball placement's better. We've got embarrassed. Again, really not entirely sure how the shoulders are going. We've got a shrug. We've got what they call fuzzle, which I still don't understand what that is, but whatever. We've got a hug. We've got blushing. We've got a smile. And then we just wrapped up the confused. So that's about 10. Yeah, I think that was 10 stickers. So half would be 14. So I want to at least get 4 more done today, which seems like that can definitely happen. I mean, even if I finish 4 before the end of my usual ending stream time, I'll still keep going. I won't just stop after 4. Because, you know, the more I can get done now, the less I have to do on Monday. Which, you know, that means I can also start the rest of my queue sooner. Because I got a lot of people wanting a lot of stickers all of a sudden. And I guess it does make sense. Because, you know, my most commonly purchased mission is stickers, so I'm constantly posting stickers on my social media. So that's really what people see. Those like my most commonly seen work. So people see that the most, and they're gonna want to commission that the most from me. I do want to try to get like my other stuff selling better, you know, like my non-sticker stuff. Because, you know, business standpoint, per hour, I earn the least from stickers. Like, if I were doing a reference sheet instead of stickers right now, I'd be earning technically more money per hour that I'm working. You know, stickers, you can't price them too high. But then I always accidentally make them too detailed. And sometimes, you know, clients are kind of picky with how their stickers look, so that takes more time. But, you know, with, like, bigger stuff, like reference sheets, I'm able to price that higher. So, you know, my per hour payment, I guess, is much better. So, like, I either just need to get faster at drawing stickers, or I need to charge more, or I just need to change the styling on them so it's not taking me so long to do this kind of style of sticker. Like, my toony style, I can knock those out really quick. But most people want me to draw this style of sticker, you know, it's like a... not really realistic, but not really toony. It's like somewhere in between, I guess. So I don't know, maybe I just need to divide up my sticker price sheet into different groupings of style. You know, the more detailed ones cost more, the super easy, simple, cartoony ones cost less, that kind of deal. No, I did do a recent sticker price increase at the beginning of this year, but it's still, you know, it's not enough. Because I spend a whole lot of time doing stickers. But I'd earn so much more if I just do something else instead of stickers. That, you know, when you do the same type of thing so many times without doing anything else, you kind of... it's like you hit a rut. You know, your art... like, you're still getting better at art, but you're just not getting better as fast as doing, like, a variety of stuff. So, like, you know, with stickers, my ability to shade stuff has not really grown because I don't do any shading on my stickers. And nor do I want to, because that would take a whole lot of time. But because of that, I'm not growing at all in terms of, like, shading stuff or painting stuff. And that's, like, honestly my favorite stuff to do, is painting and shading. I mean, like, I love stickers, but I want to do other things too, you know? You know, I guess it's just like one of those things where you need a good balance. You know, good balance between just all the different stuff. which is easier if you have like a large fan base or client base. But if you don't, if you're like me and you're pretty small, you pretty much just have to accept what you get. Otherwise, you get nothing. Slot types. I've been thinking about that. But again, like even when I try to like advertise specific commission types, people just want the stickers, you know? They just want those more. It's like, you know, I either sell nothing or I sell stickers. There's something that I might try out in the near future. It's basically having like a manager. There's someone I've been in talks with, where they don't like, they technically don't take any of your cut. Like, you know, you have your set prices. So like, say I'm charging like $50 for whatever type of commission. I still get $50 at the end of the day, but they have like their whole like pool of clients that want to buy art, and then they have a pool of artists that are trying to sell art, and they basically are just like a middleman to hook up artists with clients. And they also do like some good like middleman stuff, like, you know, like vetting clients to make sure you're not going to be working with, you know, some like a racist or like homophobic person or anything, and, you know, kind of helping protect you a little bit. And like basically all they do is they just like tack on like a little bit of money on top of your base price. It's like maybe if you're charging $50, they'll like maybe add in like $5 to $10 on top of that, you know, for the client to pay. But like you as an artist still get your full amount that you want. Which, I don't know. If you were a large artist, it wouldn't be worth it, but if you're someone like me and like you're struggling to sell the stuff you want to sell, it might be worth it. And like the person I'm talking with, they're pretty chill. So like, you know, they agreed that we could do like a trial run basically. And, you know, if I like how it goes, then we'll keep working together. If not, you know, it's no big deal. I can just go do whatever. Yeah, I don't know. They work with some of my other artist friends, and like, you know, those friends highly recommended this person. So I don't know. I'll have to try it out and see. I've been thinking about it for a few days. I haven't told them my decision yet. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try selling stuff through them. Like, maybe not this month, but like next month once I get my queue cleared out of stickers. I'll try to sell other stuff through them. It'll be interesting. I've never worked with anything like that before. But it apparently helps a lot, so. Like, I've tried, you know, there's like on Telegram, there's a lot of like marketplace kind of things, like sell art. I post on there a lot, but basically it's just a gigantic room of artists just selling stuff. There's not many people like looking for art to, like, I mean, there's quite a few, but not a ton compared to how many artists there are. So it's like very competitive, very hard, and there's so many postings, like your advertisements get buried instantly. So like it kind of works in a pinch. I've gotten a couple clients through there before, but it's just not worth how much time I put into trying to post in there. Alright, we got that part. Basically, being an artist is hard. Like, you want to sell more, but you can't because you need people to buy it, but nobody's buying it because nobody knows who you are. But nobody will know who you are until you sell more. It's like a weird, kind of catch-22 situation. You need to sell more to become more well-known, but you need to become well-known to sell more. I honestly don't know how some people do it. Like, you know, they join Twitter and then, like, you know, less than a year down the line, they have, like, you know, dozens of thousands of followers. And it's like, wow, how did you manage to pop up so quick? To be fair, I don't really get social media either. I'm not good at social media. So, like, maybe there's just something that they understand that I don't. You know, I try to read up on like how to do social media better. But I guess, you know, if you're someone like me, you can only do so much. Yeah, I'm not an extroverted person. I don't feel the need to talk on social media. Or like say every little thing about my life, which seems to be the way to go if you want to gain a following quickly. Just talk about literally everything all the time. And I've been trying to get better. I actually have like a set timer on my phone to remind me every day to post stuff. It's like I'm trying to get better about it. Sometimes I accidentally swipe away those reminders and not post anything. Because I'm like, oh, I'm drawing right now. I'll post that later. And then I just keep drawing for hours. And I'm like, ah, shoot, I forgot. I need to stop doing that. So I need to like put like a lock on the reminders, like where I can't swipe them away until like I legitimately complete the task. Because otherwise I just like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. Let me just swipe it away now. Because I'll totally do it later. I'm just lying to myself out here. I'm such a big fat liar. Yeah, I am hoping the manager thing will go pretty well though. I have good hopes for it. Like it sounds like it legitimately sounds like weird, like almost like pseudo pyramid scheme kind of thing. But a lot of my friends speak highly of this person, so I'll just have to see how it goes. Alright. There's always these eye stripes that are like throwing me off. It's like I don't know how far to push them forward or back. Is there no audio? There it is. I hate like the weird pauses between songs where it's just like, is it still working? Did it stop? Do I need to click play again? It always makes me feel like something broke and I need to stop what I'm doing to fix it. There we go. I don't know, I am definitely glad that I am growing. Like this year, this year just started last year, I definitely got way more, like, commissions and, like, you know, I earned a lot more money last year than I have the years previously. So I am growing, which is very, it's very exciting. That, you know, I can look at my, like, all my charts that I work on. I keep track of, like, how I'm doing. And, like, it is pretty cool to see that I am growing, like, bit by bit. It's not a ton of growth, but it's definitely growth, and it's really exciting to see that happen. Even if it's just a little bit. It makes me happy. And, like, would it be awesome to, like, grow stupidly fast? Sure. But, you know, I'll take any kind of growth. Slow, fast, somewhere in between. I don't know. I love art. I really love art. I want to be able to do it. You know, maybe not full-time, but, like, even if I could do it, like, part-time, that would just be awesome. I mean, technically, it's kind of full-time for me right now, but I don't earn enough to, like, actually rely on it as a full-time job. I'm just, like, in a good position right now where I don't need it to be paying, like, a full-time job right now. Although it would be nice if it could. Especially with the pandemic, you know, like, working from home just... Like, I mean, I've always wanted to be able to work from home, but with the pandemic and everything, it's just... I just don't want to leave the house. I don't, like, want to have to, like, go out there and get a job, like, before the pandemic's over or anything. I don't want to go get COVID again. I already had it once. It sucked. And, like, I didn't even have it that bad, but it still sucked. Like, my whole... I guess not my whole family, but, like, a a lot of my close relatives got it. And like none of us had like a bad case of it. But we all had really I guess like we've all had long-term symptoms. Mostly in the form of being unable to breathe very well. Yeah, like my breathing is definitely better than it was like right after I had gotten COVID and like technically got over it. No. Why did you ding at me? I don't know. But that was me if you heard the ding. I think I have system sounds turned off for you guys though. I don't remember. That could also be something that the Windows update set changed again, because I know it was off before. You heard the ding? I'm sorry, it was me. I always get alarmed when I hear that ding. I'm like, oh no, what did I do? Yeah, I could have swore I had that turned off, but I guess my Windows update changed it. Like it did a lot of my other audio settings. Ding dong bing bong. Yep, there's my system sounds back on, like they're not supposed to be. Alright, I turned them back off, so if there's any more ding dongs, you should not hear them. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, COVID. But yeah, so like, my breathing is definitely better than it was immediately post recovering from COVID. But like, sometimes it just kind of catches up to me, you know? It's just like, I'm breathing fine, and then suddenly it's like, oh, can't breathe. Need to stop whatever I'm doing, just focus on learning how to breathe again. Like, I did a lot of breathing exercises when I was, like, still, like, in recovery. And those helped a lot, but, you know, again, they only help so much as well. Like, I don't know, it's so weird, like, just being unable to breathe. Like, even though you're not doing anything, it's almost like I just ran a marathon, but instead of doing that, I was sitting on the couch, you know? Not doing anything that would make me out of breath. Yeah, COVID's weird. Long COVID symptoms are also weird. Like, my mom is still, like, in the... She still doesn't breathe very well. But, I don't know, I think she might be getting a little bit better. It seems to kind of vary for her. Sometimes, like, you know, I talk to her and she's like, oh, I'm doing better, and then other days she's like, oh, I feel like I'm doing worse. I don't know, but hopefully that'll all clear up eventually for her and, you know, the rest of my family that got it. Alright, let's kind of darken this spot up a little bit. Okay. So we got sad. I think that's all the... Oh, no, I forgot the whisker dots. I always forget at least one thing. This is kind of funny. Always just one thing. Sometimes it's a really big, obvious thing, like, you know, the tentacles on the tentacle werewolf monster guy we did. Sometimes it's small stuff like this, where it's just little facial accents, basically. Let's see, that's a little too slanted upwards. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. Speaking of Tentacle Werewolf guy, we might be having another batch of stickers from him soon. He reached out to, like, reserve a spot, but he hasn't gotten me all the ideas yet. So, that'll probably be coming in the next week or two. Once he, like, wraps up all the, like, the whole list of everything. Forgot the whisker dots on that one, too. Goodness gracious, look at me. Forgetting everything. Dot. Alright, something like that. There we go. There's his dots. Let me go check all the other ones. earlier today I kept forgetting to draw like the gray inner ear fluff. Kept having to go back to do that over. Alright, that looks good. Forgot the whisker dots on this one. Well, I'm glad I thought of it before I kept going. There we go. Some whisker dots on that one. This one too. Goodness, I was forgetting the whisker dots everywhere today. There. And there. Those feel a little too thick. Let me kind of make them a little bit smaller, maybe. Like this muzzle is pretty kind of like squished up here, so it's gonna look a little bit funky. But hopefully I can make it look a little bit better than that. Man, I like that. That seems pretty good. Alright, so we got that one. Didn't color the eye on purpose. Okay, I think the rest of them have all their whisker dots and inner ear fluff colored. And all the rest of everything else. I think. Yeah, looking like it. Okay. Now that we got all that sorted out, let's go back to the next sticker and start getting our base colors. Alright, so we have the Pacha meme. I don't do this, oh shoot, I forgot to lock in the color before I plop down the base color. There we go. Now we can start coloring without coloring outside the lines. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't draw this Pacha meme sticker too often, but it's always a good time when I do. It's such a great face and pose. I really like meme stickers a lot. Maybe because they're memes, you know, memes are funny. It's like, oh, ha, this thing, I know that thing. I guess memes are just really understanding a reference that is funny, you know? Because a lot of the memes... Like, a lot of the memes aren't, like, inherently funny in themselves, but it's, like, funny just because you know it's a thing. Which is kind of weird. Shared culture, yeah. Among Us. Is that like an Among Us thing? I never actually did get into an Among Us. Like, it's just not my style of game. I'm not into like deception games because I'm awful at lying. You know, like if I ever played Among Us and I was the imposter, I think I would just be like, hey guys, I'm just gonna kill all of you, okay? And then people would be like, no, that's not okay, and vote me out. Or I would try to hide it and just be so clearly bad at it that like I'd get voted off instantly. Yeah, I've never been good at those games. I remember one time in middle school, what was that class? It was like a home ec class. It was like half of the year it was sewing and half of the year it was cooking. But like I remember there was 2 teachers for that class, and like one of them was absent one day. So the other one, you know, they're like, tee-hee, we're gonna do this thing and just don't tell the other teacher when they're back tomorrow. And then they came back the next day, like, you know, she knew something was up, but my face was just so red, like she immediately singled me out. She was like, what happened? And I was like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened. But, like, my face was, like, so bright red that she knew. It was very obvious that I was, covering for something. I got a piece of candy out of it, though, so, like, you know, that was a good time. She felt bad for, like, singling me out like that, but, like, it was good memories. You were the goat at sewing. Yeah, I remember, what was it? We sewed, there were, like, different projects that we did. I remember one time we sewed a pillow. I sewed, like, a pig pillow. And there's, like, also, like, a jacket that we sewed together. I don't know what happened to those. I had them around for a while. I was actually quite proud of them. I cracked under the pressure of existing. Yeah, that's basically what happened. You know, I was told, hey, or the whole class was told, hey, don't tell the other teacher that I let you guys do this or that today. And, like, you know, nobody was talking about it. But then the teacher, you know, started asking, you know, oh, what'd you guys do yesterday? Nobody said anything, but my face, I was sitting there quiet, looking away, face bright red. She knew something was up. Ugh. I'm awful at lying. I get too nervous. Like, even if I'm not lying, like, even if I'm not trying to hide anything, I still just break under pressure for no reason. I'll be like, I'll just be like, I don't know the answer you're looking for, but, like, I'll try to help. And I think I just look suspicious a lot of the time just because of how nervous I get in certain situations. Like, anxiety just goes through the roof. I'm like, oh god. What if I am lying? What if I do know the answer? I think that's also why I'm a bad test taker. Like, I was great at, like, just regular class stuff. You know, projects, homework, whatever. I was amazing at it. But then when it came time for, like, tests or quizzes, I would just be, like, so nervous and, like... I would usually do fairly well. But the whole time I was taking a test, I would just be, like, a mess. I would just be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna fail. Oh my god. I mean, it always worked out okay. I got good grades. I always did good grades. But I think it's... Like, my worst grades were always my tests and quizzes. But I love projects. I loved doing projects. I mean, I guess it also depended on the class, but, like, projects are... They just feel so much better than just taking a stupid test. You know, because then they can actually, like, learn and apply knowledge and demonstrate that you know how to do said knowledge. Instead of just being like, alright, good luck. Here's a paper, you better finish writing down stuff on it in, like, an hour. You better hope that all the stuff you wrote down was correct. And that's why I never want to go back to school. I never want to take another test. I was so upset. I think I talked about this. Did I talk about this on stream? I don't know. But there was a, you know, shortly after I graduated, one of the job interviews that I did, like, you know, like every job interview, or almost every job interview, has you do like a little exam just to kind of understand, like, what you know, where you need to, like, learn more. Like, sometimes it's just like a personality test, but this one was like a full exam. It was like the night before the interview, they sent me this thing. They're like, hey, do this test and then come into an interview tomorrow. And I spent 4 hours trying to do their little exam thing. Because it was all in languages I didn't understand. It was a programming language, like, exam. And it was all in languages I didn't understand. I had no idea what was going on. And they kept asking really vague questions. Or, like, I guess, like, problem questions. Like, oh yeah, program a thing that does this and that. But, like, it was, like, worded very vaguely. So, like, I didn't really understand what direction to go. And, like, it's not like I could just ask somebody because it was the middle of the night at that point. Everybody was off of work or wherever they worked at. And then, you know, I finally finished it. I go in the next day and they're like, okay, I saw you did your exam. It took you 4 hours, blah, 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 blah. Go take it again in the back room at this office. So I was at that office in this so-called interview for, like, I think, like, half of the day. but most of it was just spent in a back room by myself trying to do a little exam. It was so freaking annoying. I hated it. It was awful. I technically didn't even finish the interview. At one point I was like, what time is it? And he was like, oh, it's like, I don't know, 4 o'clock, whatever. I'm like, oh, I have a thing I need to go do. I need to go. I didn't expect this interview to be 6 fucking hours. It was probably not that long. It was probably more like 4 hours, maybe 5. So, you know, I made an excuse to leave because I didn't want to be there anymore. It was a bad day. Personality examination, yeah, I'm fine with personality examinations. Those are fine because, you know, it's all stuff you know because it's you. It's like, would you rather do this or that? If somebody was in trouble, what would you do? No, I didn't. They sent me home with another exam that I didn't do. I just kind of stopped answering them. I wouldn't want that job either because, not gonna lie, the interviewer was kind of sexist as well. Like the head office guy, the manager, whatever. I don't know if he was at head of the company, but he was like head of the office. And he was not gonna lie, kind of sexist, so I wouldn't want to work there anyway. Even if I did want to put the effort in to do another examination on top of the 2 I already did for them. Wasted so much of my life on that stupid interview. But whatever. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta realize when something's not worth it. And that was definitely one of those things that was just not worth it. Like, I feel bad for the front desk lady. You know, she wasn't like a techie person at all. It was like a techie company, but she was just, you know, the secretary or whatever. And she was so sweet, so nice. She was making sure that, like, you know, I was still, like, doing okay and being taken care of in, like, my awkward backroom exam situation. And, like, she was so nice the whole time, and every time she called me on the phone, she was so nice. But that boss was so mean to her. He was, like, constantly jabbing at her and making fun of her for not understanding technology. I think it was, like, I think when I showed up for my interview, you know, she had just gotten, like, a new laptop, a new MacBook, after using, I think, like, a Windows PC. So, like, you know, clearly that's a pretty big jump. There's a lot of differences between the two, and she didn't understand how to use her new her new MacBook. And the boss kept making fun of her for it, and I just felt so bad for her. I was like, don't make fun of the poor nice lady. She's trying her best. You know, you didn't hire someone that was, like, super techie for the secretary position. You should expect them to take a while to adjust to a new environment like that. Like, I'm techie, and it would take me a while to adjust between PC and Mac. Just because, you know, there's a lot of similarities, but they're also pretty different at the same time. Yeah, sometimes I wonder how she's doing. Because she was too nice for that place. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she was probably paid well being a secretary at a company like that, but... Hey, where did the fire go? Oh, I'm sorry, hold on, let me get that fire. Did you want any specific color, or still purple? I need to put up a timer for these, because it's very inconsistent how long I leave it up. I keep saying to do that, but I haven't done it yet. Just on my to-do list of everything else. Keep it purple, please? Okay, I'll keep it purple. Busted, I know. I was wondering how long it would be before someone noticed that I took away the fire. Every time I just kind of quietly, turn it off. Thought you could get away with the crime against the fire. I'm sorry. I tried. I did not get away with it. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. You know, I didn't actually watch a ton of Scooby-Doo growing up, but I still, like, really enjoyed the stuff that I saw. Although, except for maybe that live-action Scooby-Doo movie, that was a little weird. Sometimes I kind of forgot that existed. Oh yeah, Fro, they actually did... They recently-ish came out with another Scooby-Doo movie, didn't they? Like a 3D animated one. I never actually saw that. I should watch it sometime. It looked cute, but I never looked too much into it, so maybe it was bad, I don't know. But it looked cute. It definitely looked adorable. Oh wait, no, I remember now. I remember one of the trailers I saw. It was like Scooby-Doo when he was a puppy. And like he just had like a weird deep man voice and it was really kind of awkward. You know, he was just like a tiny puppy with like a full-grown man voice. So it was a little... It threw me off a little bit. Like, I'm assuming that's how they kept it in the actual movie, but I don't know. I kind of low-key hope they changed that out. Man, I need to see where they actually are playing that movie. See if I can find it anywhere for free to watch it. You know, free, legal area to watch it. Not really into pirating stuff. Maybe one day it'll pop up on Netflix or Hulu or something. Come on, Photoshop. You can flip the canvas. There we go. What was it? Oh yeah, there's also like that one Scooby-Doo movie where... God, this one like weirded me out as a kid. It was... something about aliens. And I think Scooby... Or maybe it was Shaggy. No, I think they both fell in love like this, you know, this girl and her dog. But then they turned out to be like weird aliens, and it was kind of like, whoa. Really pulled that one out there. I don't remember what movie that was. But I remember seeing it a couple times.
I think it was Scooby-Doo and Alien Invasion.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. That's an appropriate name. Man, that...
But yeah, I love that one. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was good. It just definitely caught me off guard when it was just like, whoop, this girl and her dog are just really weird looking aliens. And they always had, I think that one, like, I think a lot of the Scooby-Doo movies just had good music too. Maybe not all of them, but I think a lot of them did. From what I remember anyway. It's been a while since I've really watched anything Scooby-Doo. You gotta leave to go to your D&D session, have a good time drawing stickers, and keep the fire going for when I come back. Alright, you go have fun at D&D, win the game, kill everybody, set the world on fire, and I will keep this fire going just for you. Man, I've tried playing D&D a few times, but I'm really bad at role-playing. I never know what to do. Back in high school, I was like great. Actually, even I think pretty much my whole life up until like late high school, I was great at role-playing. Like I would just be constantly having like stories in my head and like one of my favorite games to do, and like, you know, I had like a play date with my friends and stuff when I was a kid. It'd just be like just to basically role-play. You know, get out like little toys and just roleplay like a whole world, like basically a new world every single time with new characters and everything. It was one of my favorite things to do. And then, I don't know, something in high school changed and then I stopped roleplaying and now I suck at it. I can't think of anything to do. I'm like, oh man, there's so many options, what do I pick? Like, you can do anything. How do you know what to do when you can do anything? Should practice really helps with creativity. Yeah, I know. For a while, I was gonna start like a, not really a D&D, but like a casual role-playing thing with like a group of friends. And then that friend group had a falling out, and then it never happened. You just need to think as if you were that person. Yeah, I used to be really good at it. I used to be amazing at just role-playing whatever. You know, I think like one of, you know, my childhood best friend and I, our favorites were making like little animal kingdoms. Like having like battles and wars between all these different characters and having like really intense plots. You know, I'm sure a lot of them are pretty edgy because we were kids. But, yeah, I'm sure, like, you know, looking back, they'd be, like, awful stories. But, like, at the time, you know, it felt really cool. Yeah, we had a great time with them. I don't know, like, I want to, I don't know, like, D&D feels pretty involved, and, like, you know, you also got, like, schedule with everybody to find a good time for everyone, and it's, like, a whole session and everything. Like, it's really involved. Like, I'd like to find something that's not, like, involved like that, you know, something that's just kind of, like, more chill. You know, you can pop in, pop out whenever. It's like a chill roleplay thing. I think that'd be fun, which is what my friend group was trying to put together before it fell apart. You know, just like a chill, you know, you pop in, you roleplay for a couple hours, and then, you know, go do whatever. It was gonna be cool though. We had already had like pretty much the world set up for the most part, and like our characters fleshed out. It was gonna be like a superhero, like college kind of a deal. So like I was gonna be like a really cool lizard lady thing. I forget what my superpower was though. I forget that part. But like we all had like one superpower, like nothing OP, but like, you know, like a just one superpower. Like that's how we were gonna do it, but never happened. It would have been cool though. I still kind of like the character I made for it too. I think it was a pretty cool character, design-wise. I might still have a picture of her laying around. Cause like I drew up a quick little sketch of what I looked like. Let's see, whisker dots, before I forget. There we go. Alright, so we got all of those. We just need the darker colors now. Boop. There we go. Let's see, how many stickers is this? One, can I scroll with my... No, I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is number 12. Chugging along, chugging along. I was hoping it'd be a little bit faster than this, but... yeah, sometimes you just go as fast as... not as fast as you'd hope, but just as fast as you can. I'm also trying to make sure I'm staying at least somewhat consistent for the patterns on this character. Since this person's like big thing seems to be just consistency between all the different stickers. So I'm just trying to make sure all the, like, you know, all these stripes and everything kind of at least mostly match up between each sticker. There we go. And now we just gotta clean that up. I still love this expression. I know I said that before, but it's just a really good meme base. I also had a good time, you know, back when the Bernie was it not Bernie. No, yeah, it was Bernie that sat in the chair. That became like a whole meme, like him bundled up in his little mittens and jacket. I made a sticker based off of that, and that was pretty funny. I am kind of surprised nobody, like, wanted any stickers of that from me. Because everybody loved the sticker I made. Yeah, I guess it just kind of depends on the market. Because, you know, like, Q4, that's like a big selling time. You know, it's like close to the holidays, everybody's buying stuff. But then, like, in a mid-December through January, it's like a very slow time. There's not a lot of orders coming in usually. And then like it starts picking up like right about now, which is definitely keeping true to, for me at least. Like, it starts picking up for the summer. Summers are a really big cash time too. A lot of people buying stuff over the summertime. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting, like going through like my history of sales and seeing where trends go, seeing when are good times to buy and sell. Alright, I think that's good for the shoulder. With all the cons that didn't happen, there might be a good more to spend. I mean, yeah, but like even like every year, I have like a big boost in sales like around like November, early December time, and then a dip post holidays for like a month or two, and then summertime it always pops up pretty high. Like my highest sales are in summer, and it's pretty consistent too. It is interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's just like, you know, the summer vibes are like, ah, yeah, nice, good air out there. I mean, I don't think people. And then I guess they're not having like to save money to spend on holiday stuff, you know, like we just had Valentine's Day and we just had we're gonna have Easter and we just had like, you know, New Year's and Christmas. Like, you know, there's a lot of presents that go around that. Which means some people buy art as presents, but most people like buy other stuff as presents. Yeah, so it kind of varies a lot. But my biggest sales are definitely like right before Christmas and pretty much just all the summer months. There's definitely a lot more, you know, money to be saved when you're not going to conventions for, what's it been, like a whole year? It's probably going to be like a year and a half. Yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So it might be a good while before cons happen again. It is going to be interesting once vaccines open up for everybody, though. Wonder how long that waitlist is going to be. I imagine it'd take quite a while to get through, and like actually, you know, finish the whole line of everybody that wants a shot. Alright, so we got those. Oh, I have it flipped the wrong way. There we go. Alright, so now we got that. So I think that was number 12. This will be 13. Let me grab the base colors and get started on the new one. I'm gonna get a sip of water. My mouth is getting dry. What I also want to do for the sip point redeem is make like a little pair of hands holding a glass of water that pop up on screen whenever I take a sip. I think that'd be really cute. Just like, you know, just like slowly raise them up and then slowly raise them down. Let's see. It is about 3:40. I don't know. If I finish early, what I might do is... No, maybe not. I'd have to like switch my whole setup to get my Switch hooked up. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some Bowser's Fury tonight. Maybe after dinner instead. Because it's definitely been a while since we've done some games. It's just been constant art for a while. But, you know, doing the same thing over and over again can be a little bit boring. That, and I really want to finish Bowser's Fury. Like, it's such a good game, and I definitely want to finish it. Alright, come on, Photoshop. There we go. Sometimes Photoshop likes to be a little bit slow. Mostly when it's flipping the canvas on such like a big file like this, where I have like a ton of folders and a ton of different layers. It just kind of chugs along a little bit too slowly. Makes me nervous it's just gonna crash suddenly. Which it does sometimes. Thankfully it hasn't really done that on stream before. No, I probably just jinxed it, so it probably will happen at some point now. But once I get that new PC in, streaming should be some smooth sailing. And I should be able to stream higher than 720p once I have a new computer too. Like, I think the streams look okay as they are in 720p. But, you know, it's still just like a bit smaller than what most people are used to streaming or like watching at. Or maybe I'm just the weird one out and I always watch, what is it, 1920 by 1080?
On YouTube, at least, like 80% of people watching their phone.
They watching what?
On their phone.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot phone people. People use phones? Gross. Who uses a phone?
I mean, 1080 is better. 4K is probably even best.
Yeah, I'm not doing 4K. I don't even have a 4K monitor. But I'd like to do 1080 at least, because I also want to... Like, I've been posting a lot of these, like, unedited streams on YouTube, but I want to start editing them down into smaller videos. Again, when I get a new computer, because this one does not want to handle video editing, like, at all. But, like, once I have a new computer, I would definitely want to start editing YouTube videos together regularly. So it'd be nice to have, like, a larger resolution to work with for that. So when I was trying to edit 720p, it just kind of made me sad. I was like, oh, it's kind of blurry. Then again, that also could just be my dumb computer because it doesn't want to actually video edit, so I can never tell if that's like full quality or not. I have to like fully render out each video before I can tell whether it's a good quality or not. Or if like I made my transitions right, because it just lags so hard. I can never tell. You gotta love old technology. When it's just ready to quit. Alright, let me flip. Alright, I need to clean that up. That's gonna be all hidden behind stripes. Whoop. Did I draw the... Oh, there were no eyes on that one. Okay. So to say, I don't remember coloring any eyes in the last deck. It's because they're all closed, that's why. Nice bright eyes. Sometimes it feels a little too yellow. But they're very bright yellow in the reference, so... I guess it works out. There we go. And some here. Oops. Getting there. Now we just need to do some little eye shines. And we need teeth, which one shows teeth? Smile does. Trying to make sure I keep all of the colors consistent between all of them. So it's flipping back and forth between just a color pick. Alright, now we need... let me do this on a new layer just so it's easier to fix later, because I'm sure they'll want a few corrections with how I'm doing these stripes. But first, let's get the gold whisker dots. There we go. Okay, now we just need the shoulder area. Which I think will be about here. So we'll color in all that. And then dip back here. Color in that, and then back here. And then we just need to plan out where the eye stripes will go. Should go like right about there. There we go. And again, hopefully I am doing this at least correct enough. Sometimes I'm not too sure. Especially when like they have, instead of just one solid reference, it's like a bunch of different pictures from different artists that kind of, like, you know, their style changes between each one, so it's kind of hard to tell which one is the most correct. So, you know, if you want to commission an artist, try to have like at least a solid reference in order instead of a bunch of different pictures. It's just way easier to work with just one solid reference. Although I guess it would be different if it was like, you know, like one picture for like the front of the body and then one picture for like the back of the body. But like the ones I'm working with are like a combination of front and back slide all over the place. So it makes it a little bit harder while I have to like examine each one and see what each artist kind of decided to put the stripes and everything. Alright, that other eye stripe doesn't seem to look quite right. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut off the top of it, and I think I just need to bend it down. There we go. Maybe a little bit less, just a tiny bit less. Man, it's kind of hard to make them line up because of the angle that it kind of is going out at. Maybe if I kind of go out and then down a little bit, that might help. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, and let's just go down here and keep cleaning up all these spots down here. There we go. Alright, so that's one side done. Gotta flip to the other side, get this stripe down. Make sure I'm kind of keeping it fluffy. You thought Friday would be a bigger day for watchers? I think technically it is, but there's also more streamers. From like some analytics that I was looking at a while back, it seems like the biggest viewer days are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but there's also more streamers on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it kind of, it kind of evens out, I guess. But it also kind of depends on the category you're streaming in. It's like, you know, today there might be a lot of art streamers going, so, you know, or maybe I'd be closer to the top of the list. I'm now maybe closer to the bottom. Especially because I don't have very many viewers. Another thing about Twitch, it's like another catch-22 situation. The more viewers you have, the more they're going to put you to the top of the list for the category you're streaming in. But you can't get viewers unless people find you browsing around. That's why I post a lot. You know, when I'm first starting at my stream, I post a lot to like Twitter, Telegram, Discord, stuff like that. Just because that's really the only way I'm going to get people to join my stream is by finding me elsewhere, outside of Twitch. That's also why a lot of people recommend to try to find a game that is popular, but it's not being streamed heavily. Like Minecraft is streamed very heavily, especially right now because of the whole, was it Dream thing? I don't know if that's still going on. I never really paid attention to it, but if it's still going on, like, he's been making Minecraft streams very, very popular, which means it's also very, very saturated with streamers. So, you know, if you're streaming Minecraft, you're pretty much guaranteed to not have anybody find your stream on Twitch. You know, you're better off having a following elsewhere, and then telling that following that you're streaming. Yeah, Twitch definitely needs to work on having something better just for like gaining traction on their platform. But they've never been good at it, and they might not ever change it. Alright, I am on the wrong layer. Oh. If I had been streaming for longer, I'd probably have better analytics for what days are best for me. But right now my analytics are all over the place, probably because Twitch can't count, on top of I haven't streamed for very long. Like, we hit affiliate in less than a month. I mean, it was technically 1 month. 1 day less than a month. Yeah, you know what you mean? Anyway, you gotta go since you have an exam at 4 that you can make the stream. Oh yeah, good luck on your exam. Oh gosh, that's like 5 minutes away. Good luck on your exam. I hope you do well. Exams are the worst. I wish you luck. One of the things I'll never miss about college. Exams. Man, and then also, like, in college, on top of regular exam stress, you also have to, like, you have to remember scantrons a lot of the time. Like, a lot of professors tell you, like, oh yeah, don't forget your scantrons. And then inevitably, like, a dozen people in class forget a scantron, and they ask you for scantrons, and it's like, I don't want to share them, I paid money for these. Oh, college days. I enjoyed the structure it gave me. You know, it made me feel productive and like a productive member of society, even though I didn't have a job. But also I hated it quite a bit. But now I don't have exams, but I feel unproductive, even though I'm working hard on art every day. Alright, that is Stripes. Alright, what number is it? Oh god, what number is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we'll be halfway done with all the line, or not the line art, the coloring. The line art is already all done. Alright, plop down base color. And get to work on filling out the rest. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Okay, well I guess I'm just gonna be covering up the nose a little bit. Or maybe I can zoom out. Yeah, I can't. I'm either zoomed in too close or I'm blocking it with my face and my fire. Let's see, get the nose color. There we go. No shine. Just trying to stay very consistent with my coloring. Or at least as consistent as I can be. Back to this color. Alright, so we see the cheek folds up and then back down. Sometimes it's also weird when like the pattern on the face is kind of shifted by like a smile, because like it pushes upwards. Or normally this would just be like one smooth curve, now it's kind of like a weird bump. But, you know, realistically if this character were smiling, this is what would happen. They'd be pushing that color up a bit. Alright, now we color in this half. Make sure I uncolor this part right here. And before I forget, I'm going to grab that gray. Color in all of these little fluffs before I inevitably forget. Because I am bad about remembering small details like that. Very random details too, like I can remember like a ton of other small details. Like, for most of what I've been doing, I haven't really been referencing this at all. Like, once I got the first two stickers out of the way, I'm like, okay, yep, this is how the character is patterned. But then it's just the ears and the like little whisker dots I keep forgetting. Thankfully I keep catching myself before I get too far. Alright, now we go this side. And let's get the eyes out of the way. And I just noticed I colored a little bit too far with this stripe. There we go. Oh, wrong layer. Don't want to color. Wait, did I? No, I didn't undo that. Okay. Sometimes I can't tell what I'm undoing and redoing, and so many different layers going on. Alright, let me get the eye color. And eyeshadow color. I feel like I vary my eyes a lot for my stickers. Because like I try to make them match, you know, the overall like flat colored style, but I also try to make them very slightly shaded so they pop out just a teensy bit. Not too much. I used to like fully shade them and that was... It was kind of weird. It was like, you know, fully like prettied up eyes and then just like a flat colored face. Yeah, it was definitely maybe not the best decision, but I don't know, it had a certain aesthetic to it, I guess. I've seen a lot of art that way, whereas like the eyes are very, very rendered, but then everything else is relatively flat. I think that's where I picked it up from. It's just other artists doing that thing. I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. I like making eyes look pretty. Alright, let me get the tongue color. And mouth color. What mouth is open? I know I did one open mouth. There we go. Sometimes I just can't remember what layer has the colors I need. Alright, now we need some shines for the tongue. Then we need to color in these ears. Now that we got the face kind of done for the most part. Just got to get the ears, the neck, the back, shoulders. Alright, now we have that part. I don't have to be too careful about being clean on the back here. This all pretty much gets covered up. Like I said, all these edges get covered up by a stripe. And flip around, just so it's easy to work for me. Trying to at least keep this mostly out of the way of the fire. Trying not to cover it up too much, because I noticed sometimes in the past streams I kind of covered up what I was working on with my face and my fire without realizing it. Alright, let me... Alright, so this is kind of where the gray is going to be. It might actually be a little bit more down here. Let's see. Now let's try there. I'm going to put the stripe in first. Oop, almost knocked over my drink. Speaking of drink, I gotta take a sip. Alright, now we need to do the stripes. And with just the stripes come the whisker dots that I keep forgetting about. I've been doing pretty good ever since I started pointing out that I was forgetting them. Maybe that's just my strategy. Every time I forget something, I just gotta make fun of myself for it. There we go. Whisker dots. And those are a little bit too high. Maybe let me space them out a little bit, maybe. There we go. A little bit more spaced out. I don't know if I like that better or worse. I think I just need to make this curve a little less dramatic, and that might help. Yeah, that helps. Alright, now let's do the stripe. So we've got... Let's see, this stripe will probably be like about here. Kind of coming down here, and then taking over the shoulder about here. Kind of same thing for that side. I'm gonna flip. Any day now. There we go. And I'm gonna try to get these eye stripes in. Alright, and trying to line these up for the most part. I feel like that might extend too far, too straight back maybe. Might need to curve it down just a little bit more at the end here. And then maybe maybe the stripe will be more like about here. Going down onto the shoulder. Yeah, this feels more consistent to the other stickers anyway. Yeah, that feels a little bit more consistent. Alright, now let's just clean it up. Zoom in a little bit more so I can scroll. There we go. And there. Make sure I uncover the eyes, so I definitely cover these up a bit when I was coloring in those stripes. Get that in here. God, totally random movie that's popped in my head, but does anybody remember, I forget the name of it. I think it was called Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer, or something like that. I mean, that's literally the premise. Yeah, we're doing Purple Fire today, Aspen. At least that was the last color that was redeemed for the fire. Yeah, I just, my brain randomly remembered about that one Christmas movie about Grandma getting run over by a reindeer. And then, like, the evil aunt or whatever is trying to sue Santa for the grandma getting run over. It was a weird movie. Fire, yes, we love fire here. We worship the fire. What time is it? About 4 o'clock. I think you need more hats. Well, we only have one hat. It's only a birthday hat. Earlier the stream I was talking about, there is a program, like a face tracking program, where they offer you to have, like, accessories that you can, like, kind of basically attach to your avatar. But, I don't know how to use it yet. I need to learn how to use it, and then maybe I'll switch to that one later. I feel like Zewd would like the plot / lore of Dark Souls. I don't know, maybe. I've never actually looked into Dark Souls, so it's a possibility I might like it. I think I've watched someone play it for like all of 10 minutes. But I think that's like the most exposure I have to it. You know, the only thing I understand is you go around fighting big monsters and stuff and dying a lot. No, I was always intimidated by it because everyone was like, "Oh, you just die all the time. It's so hard." So I never played it because I was like, I don't like dying. I like being the winner. I don't want to be challenged. Who does that? Who challenges people? Alright, let me... This... the shoulder feels a bit too dark. It's as hard as you make it. I guess that is fair. There are games like that. I don't know. I like games. Like, I've heard Monster Hunter World is pretty much just as hard as Dark Souls. But I played Monster Hunter World and I loved it. I wasn't the greatest at it, but like when I was with a group of friends, I would be doing great. Probably because they were carrying me, but you know. I guess Monster Hunter World is also one of those games where they kind of expect you to play with people. They don't expect you to play solo. But I was just there like, I don't want to play with people, I want to play by myself. Screw internet people. I could do everything alone, and then I couldn't do everything alone. So, you know, it was great. As long as you have fun. Yeah, I was definitely having fun with Monster Hunter World. I mean, so I was having fun with the gameplay. What totally pissed me off was, it's like, you know, they had I think it was like the Xbox version and then the PC version. And the PC version was like always about half a year behind the console version. And it pissed me off so much because like all the console players would basically spoil everything. Like every new event or like every new, like every new bit of like DLC and everything, it would be spoiled instantly because, you know, the console players got it 6 months ahead. Yeah, there was no crossplay at all. So, you know, like me, PC player, I'd just be sitting around waiting 6 months to be able to play this event that's been thoroughly played by the console players at that point. So, like, I stopped playing it because of that. Like, if I was able to play at the same time, or like maybe not even like at the same time, maybe even like a month behind, like I'd be less upset. You know, I'd maybe still be playing today. but I stopped playing because I didn't want to be like a whole like half a year behind everybody else on the console. Like it's just no fun because everybody on the console is like, oh man, look at all this cool gear I have, all this is all amazing, and you do this and you do that and this happens, and wow, look at this plot twist and this new DLC event thing. And then it's like, oh great, I don't get to you know, explore any of that like without any spoilers now. Same deal for their, I don't remember if it was a DLC or it was like a whole new game. It was Iceborne. I think it might have been DLC. But yeah, like I was totally going to play, like buy and play their Iceborne DLC or whatever. And then, you know, about 3 months down the line after everything has been spoiled about it, I was like, you know, I don't really want to play anymore. I already found out all the things that are going to happen and all the things to do, and it's not as fun as just like getting in there and like figuring it out yourself. Alright, we got... Oh, I forgot one little spot. That one's covered up. This one I forgot too. I keep forgetting tiny little things like this. Just tiny little details. Like some like little fluff. Will beep to you too, sir. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but somebody outside just honked. One of the other streamers you watch is playing a game I've picked up, and I don't want to watch them because I want to find out the things myself. Yeah, I definitely do the same thing. If a streamer I'm watching is playing a game that I haven't been able to play it, but I want to play, I won't watch it. I'll feel kind of bad because, you know, I want to be able to support them and everything, but I don't want to spoil it. It's a lot more fun doing, like, learning the things as you go by yourself. Rather than just being like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what's gonna happen. Alright, that one is okay. This one I need to add in those little fluff lines. You feel the other way for most things. I like knowing what I'm getting into before doing them. See, or you know what happens in a story and you're dreading it. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, I definitely... Yeah, like storyline, I don't like to be spoiled on the storyline too much. Like gameplay mechanics, I'm okay with being spoiled on. Like as long as it's not like, you know, groundbreaking stuff. But yeah, like I don't mind being spoiled to an extent as well. Like I definitely understand knowing what you're getting into before you buy it. Cause like, you know, you want to make sure it's a game that you're gonna like. Which, you know, fair. I too want to know if I'm gonna like the game before I buy it. It's like, what was it? I think for Subnautica, I watched a fair bit of gameplay before I bought it myself. Like, yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the game, but like, I don't mind mechanics, game mechanic spoilers, but storyline spoilers, not so much. Yeah, storyline is one thing, but yeah, I kind of, I don't know, yeah, the Monster Hunter isn't really for the story, it's just for the fun swooshy fighting stuff. Like, for me, like, it wasn't so much like the storyline that I got bothered by Monster Hunter, it was just, again, being 6 months behind, and then, like, all the cool events, you know, like, you know, the events are basically just like, oh, go fight this monster, go fight this beast. Look at all this cool new equipment you can make. You know, like, there wasn't, like, a whole lot of new substance to each new thing. So, like, it was easy to spoil it, and then, like, you know, it gets spoiled, and you're like, oh, that's cool, look at that armor I could get in 6 months if I cared enough in 6 months. Yeah, you play Monster Hunter to beat up all the monsters and get better gear out of their dead flesh. Yeah, that's, like, that's the whole game. But, like, it's still, like, you know, I see a piece of armor, I'm like, wow, I want that, and I want it now. And I don't want to have to wait 6 months to be able to get it. And yeah, like by the time Iceborne came back around for PC, like I was already kind of done with it. I was like, yeah, I saw all the cool stuff that you can do and get in Iceborne, and it's kind of whatever. I don't know. I kind of would like to get back into Monster Hunter a little bit. I probably won't buy the DLC or the new game or whatever it was. I think it was a DLC. But like, I don't know, maybe I'll play the base game a little bit more at someday. Cause I did really like it. Like, you know, I kind of hit a point where I can't progress solo player anymore. But like, you know, you can just join people online to do stuff. Rise or Iceborne? Iceborne is the only... Do they have 2 DLCs now? I don't know. I stopped paying attention to Monster Hunter for a while. But yeah, the only DLC I know is Iceborne. Or game, I don't know, whatever it is. I know they're coming out with a game on the Switch. I forget when that one's called, though. Maybe that's Rise. Maybe Rise is the new game. I don't know. I haven't been paying much attention to the Switch game. What was it? The dogs in the trailer on the new game are really cute, though. I like the dogs. Or whatever they are. God, and also when I first picked up Monster Hunter, the Palicos stole my heart. They're so goddamn cute. I would just be like, okay, where's the cats? Give me the cats. I want the cat. Palicos are so dang cute. And like you can dress them up and it's it's just so cute. They're just way too cute. I think I dressed mine up as like a disco ball or something before I stopped playing. I think it was like the 1-year anniversary for PC release event or whatever. And I dressed my Palico up as like in a shiny disco costume or something. Also, best hat in the game is the Wiggler hat. No one can change my mind on this fact. The Wiggler hat is superior to everything else. She's the long neck, wiggly head. God, like I would totally just play again just so I can witness the wiggly hat again. That was like my favorite thing ever. I had like, you know, super awesome gear and then just like a stupid ass hat. It just wiggles around. Oh, I loved it so much though. Well, all the events are available forever? When did they do that? Because like I know for a while like they would recycle events a lot. So like if I missed out on the gear for last Halloween's event, I could just hop on, you know, for the next Halloween event and they would be available again. Recently? Interesting. I don't know, maybe I will get back into Monster Hunter because what I really liked was doing all those events and getting all like the limited time gear and stuff. Oh, when they announced a new game. Interesting. Yeah, I guess they're maybe anticipating a lot of people moving from Monster Hunter World to the new game. So they're like, yeah, you know, all the people that want to play this can just have all the events. Yes, beep beep to you too, sir. I don't know why that guy keeps honking. Man, there was one night where... Oh, what was it? I don't know, it was like, you know, after the sun had set and everything, there's like this guy just sitting out in his car in the parking lot outside our building. Like, you know, every... I don't know how long it was, but it felt like every, like, you know, 20 minutes or so, he would just, like, honk his horn. And, like, he just was sitting in his car so impatiently. He eventually got out of his car and, like, started, like, inspecting his car, you know, looking in like looking down like in the front of the car, like around the bumper area, like inspecting his back seat, his front seats, his side, the doors, the mirrors. And then he eventually just walked and left. And his car, his car was there for the rest of the night. I have no idea if he was like waiting for someone or if like I don't know, because it looked like he just went inside somewhere. Like I think like he lived here and he just was sitting in his car. I don't know. It was weird. Definitely did not understand what he was doing. It was also kind of annoying. It wasn't super late. But it was also late enough to, like, please stop honking your horn, you know? It's like, the sun has set, it is dark outside, please stop honking. Alright. Eyeball. Almost done with this one. Kind of. Not. Halfway done. Halfway done with this one. Alright. Get some eye shines going. Whoop. There we go. Get our nose color. Whoops, I am coloring on the line art. There we go. Remember, always check what layer you're about to start drawing on. Sometimes I forget and then I just go for it, and it is not correct. Alright, hands. What color are the hands? I think they're just the regular gray. Yeah, it's like a brown gray. Doopy doopy doo. Get all these little bits in there. There we go. And then get the paw pad color. And then last but not least, we want, there it is, the claws and their shine color. There we go. And little shines. There we go. All of that. And now we got the eye stripe. Not a lot of this is going to be showing, actually. A lot of their face is hidden behind this wall. So we can get away with kind of putting this one kind of to the side like that. Then we can just kind of guesstimate where this one will go off to. Oh, this is, I want to make this a little bit more gradual right there. There we go. And this goes there. Alright. There's eye stripes for that. Oh, I almost forgot the whisker dots. Again. Every time. Alright, now we got the whisker dots, we got the eyes, we got stripes. And, oh. Almost forgot the ear fluff again. Why is it always those two? Of all the things to keep forgetting, it's always the whisker dots and the ear fluff. There we go. Alright, so what I'm gonna do real quick is... So this first one has a gradient on it already. I'm just going to kind of color pick the colors I used for the gradient, or at least roughly what I used for the gradient. Let's make this a little bit more yellow. And then I'm just going to go through and put a gradient on all of these. Come, Photoshop, stop it. Photoshop likes to pull up that window for really no reason. Alright, soft light, bring that down. See, they also like consistency, so let me... So I put them both at 16% opacity, so I'm just gonna do that for all of these. You know, at least about 16% opacity. Just so they all kind of match a little bit closer. Those, let down. Let's see, soft light, 16%. Or 17, that's close enough. 16 there. See, actually what I'm also going to do is... I'm going to select those and drop down some borders and shadows on all these too. Just to kind of, I don't know, get them ready for approval. So do I need to fix that? Looks like I need to fix that. It's like a white border around the color that is missed for some reason. Let's see, let me see if I can fix that. I'm not sure why that happened. Normally, my quick fill solution works very well on straight lines. I guess not today. And get that. I'm actually just gonna shift click and then draw a straight line. And down here, I'm just gonna kind of go like I was before because all these colors kind of keep changing down here. There we go. That looks better. Alright, let me get that back, the that yellow color I was using. And on to the next one. Make sure there's nothing to clean up. I mean, technically this one isn't done yet because of the eyeball, but I need to wait for approval on the new pupil position. So I wanted that changed. And I haven't approved this new version yet. Alright, there we go. Now we continue with our gradient. Let's see, we want 16... 17 is close enough. And a nice highlight on the face. Oops, not overlay, soft light. 15. That one's good to go. Nope, wait, forgot. Border. No? It's nowhere. Oh, it melted. Okay. Well, I'm sorry the snow melted. Still on the wolf's head. Oh, yeah, no, that snow melted pretty quick. There we go. Next one. Come on, Photoshop, stop pulling that dialogue open. I don't know why it just does it all the time. I don't know, Photoshop kind of messes up in some weird ways, but I think it's just my computer. It's like, as my computer gets worse, so does the weird stuff that happens in Photoshop. Yeah, but with any luck, that new computer will be on its way in a few weeks. And then we just gotta hope that it doesn't, you know, get damaged in shipment. Wouldn't that suck? Wait 6 to 8 weeks for a new computer and then the, like, FedEx guy or UPS guy or whatever breaks it during shipment. That would make me very sad. Alright, we have that one. Back down to 17. This one I'm actually going to use a sphere. I want to focus on both of the characters' faces. Tosses it down 15 flights of stuff. Yep, we handle every package what the carrot deserves. Your package does not deserve very much care. I'd be so sad. Viewer number 4 is online. Art took some sips today. We had 1 sip, I think. We had 1 or 2 sips today. Nothing crazy. Oh, hi, viewer number 4. We're not doing too much right now. Oh, thank you for the sip. Oh, are we getting sippies then going in? We got 2, 3. It's gonna be 3. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Alright, we got 3 sippies. 1. 2. And 3. Yeah, you spent all your points yesterday on sips. Let's see. Yeah, we're not doing too much right now. We're just kind of wrapping up a little bit. Plopping in some outlines and drop shadows on these stickers that I colored up today. 1 more sippy. Did I see sippy? No, that's a meow. 1 a meow. Alright, let me go in here. See, I think this is on. Meow. 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 I hope that was good for you. I hope those are some quality meows and purrs. I do like using my echo filter. I think I adjusted it after last stream, so it might sound a little bit different today. Or it reset, I don't know. Everything seems to reset on me. Whoa, free purrs! Yeah, free purrs. It was a delicious purr. Oh, I'm glad, I'm glad. Oh yeah, I forgot that I added purr as its own channel point redeem now. I did that after last stream too. You made pizza today. Ooh. Sourdough. Sourdough pizza's good. Yeah, I know you made pizza. You made pizza for me. I ate most of my pizza. I was really hungry though. Pizza piece. Yeah, I had like 3 slices of pizza. Which, I mean, doesn't sound a lot, but like it was like a... It ended up being 3/4 of a pizza. Just because of how it was cut. There's a piece left if you want to stop by. Yeah, there is 1 more piece left. The last quarter of the pizza I didn't eat. Because I got full at that point. Normally I only get like half of the pizza before I get full, but I was extra hungry today. About 16. Yeah, I can do that. Just let me know your address. Oh yeah, let me just get my address out on stream. Nothing could go wrong. Nothing could go wrong at all. Alright, let me drop shadow. Alright, yeah, we got that one, this one. Whoop. Oh shoot, I did the wrong layer. There we go. That's the right layer. You think it's too far away? You think you can throw it over C? I can try. Have to see how good my throwing arm is. No promises, though. Ooh, a purr. There's some good purrs for you. Uh-oh. How much trouble are you gonna get in? What are you planning? Let me scoot this up a little bit. And drop shadow. Alright, hold on. And down. Alright, what are you guys doing? Are you just gonna like do a bunch of purrs, a bunch of sips? What are you guys planning? You're suspicious. Alright, blah, 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 blushing. Oh, put this one below. No, not on my gradient tool. That's why it's not doing anything. Oh. Drew, you just subscribed for 1 whole month. Welcome in, Drew. Did you just want your founder's badge? Is that what you wanted? Or are you just trying to be in trouble? Oh, you're trying to get points, aren't you? You're trying to get in points to get into mischief. I see you're planning. You wanted a badge. The badges are cool. You get to be proclaimed as first forever. What do we need points for? You've got 4K. So if you click on like the little fire thing in the... Here you go. If you click on this... Oh, hold on, I'm covering it with my fire. God dang, now it's too big for the screen. Let me shorten you guys a little bit. There we go. If you click on this little thing down here, it pulls up like a bunch of different things you can do with your channel points. So you got sips, you can make me meow, you can highlight your message, you can make me purr, you can make me change the color of the fire, put on my birthday hat. This is a fire and a birthday thing. You know, this is just telling you how to earn more of them. You basically just earn them by watching. Put these back over here. Sometimes you can earn brownie points that you trade in for hugs later. Or you get hit. Well, that seems like two very different things. I can be very violet? Oh, I didn't know I could be a color.
Oh, hush. You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. If you misspell something, I will make fun of you for it on stream. You have to save them up until a sip train is going on. Yeah, yesterday everybody teamed up, pulled their points into like a whole bunch of sips. I had to sip 53 times in a row. Why did you choose Z as a name? Why not A or X? It's kind of a nickname I chose in high school, and it kind of stuck with me. Like my vein, I have very veiny arms, and in my left arm, like around like I guess like your inner elbow area, like where it bends, like my veins kind of form a big Z. So I don't know, it was just kind of a name. I was like, hey, look, this looks like a Z. Then I don't know, it just kind of stuck with me. I kind of like it. I believe you ignored share the first time. Oh, I totally didn't even see that. I'm sorry. Sometimes there's just too much happening and I miss stuff. But yeah, typically if you ask it again or just point out that I missed something, I'll get to it. I gotta ignore. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize you asked that already. Not the best at noticing every single thing in chat. I try to see every single message, but sometimes, you know, when you're trying to do so many things. there, I didn't ignore you. Oh, I forgot the line art for this one too. Boop. And that looks good. Do a little drop shadow. I think you might be the best fourth watcher. Yeah. Hasn't been too many people watching today. I think people are just busy today. It's a Friday after all. People want to get out there and I don't know, just do stuff. Yeah, Ancient Skies was the first today. As usual, you know? They seem to pride themselves in being first. Not me, no, not you. I believe you were second. Whoa, what happened there? Hold on. There we go. Come on, just select it. There we go. But I joined so early, I know. Some people just join earlier. Alright, and so we got that one. We are almost to the end with the gradient. Stop doing that Photoshop. With the gradients here. Let's see, 16%. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure about it, but I might be doing some Bowser's Fury after I have dinner and stuff. I don't know. Not 100% sure about it yet. Oh, hi, Coda. Oh, you're such a good boy. Oh, you're so happy you're purring. Purring, bun. Oh, are you a good boy? Yeah. You have to join this before the stream starts to beat Ancient Skies. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, Coda's a good boy. He stopped by to say hi. Alright, we got that one. Burger Kitsune's first sometimes though. Yeah, that does sometimes happen. Not usually, but sometimes. Sometimes Ancient Skies is here, but he just forgets to say anything, and then Quirky Kitsune comes in and takes the spotlight, you know?
Making noise in the background, la 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 la. Making noise in the background.
Stop it. True. So you can only assume they cheat. Yeah, maybe. Is Noki still around? He's probably sleeping in bed. That's where I saw him last. He likes to sleep in the bedroom a lot. I mean, you know, fair. It's nice and warm in there, and it's got a bed in there, nice and cozy. Yeah, it is a good name. Background guy being background, yeah. Wait.
Nuke just pranced past you.
Oh, Noki, you didn't even stop to say hi?
No, I think he heard Coda hit one of the toys.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Noki will sprint anywhere if it means playtime. He can be like dead asleep and he hears some playtime and he's like, whoop, gotta run. He loves play more than anything. It's kind of silly. Cat cam. I want to do a cat cam. But I don't have what I need to have a cat cam. Three cat cams, 12 to 20,000. That'd be a lot of cat cams. I don't know if I could do that many cat cams. I could do like one. And it's like a static cat cam where it'll be on if they're there. And it'll be off if they're not there. Oops, that's the wrong one. Let's see, actually I want to separate the wall and the character. But you have a cam. I mean, I have a camera, but it's used from my face. And if I use it if I use it for the cats, I can't use it for my face. So it's, you know, one or the other, really. I saw her once when she got the stuffed animal. Yeah, it took us like 5 minutes to switch over because I wasn't ready to just be able to switch my cameras like that. Let's see, I'm also going to... Ooh, sippy! Thank you! Oh, another sip. Thank you! Now I can do it with the press of a button on my Stream Deck? No. Not really. I would still have to manually close my face tracking program to free up my webcam. And then I could maybe press a button to like switch stuff around in OBS on my Stream Deck. But I still have to manually close things. I can't close things with my Stream Deck. If only you knew someone, if you had someone who would lend you a second camera. I don't have... See, my desk is full. I don't really have anywhere for these things. Can probably run a script to close and open things. I mean, I can open things on my Stream Deck, I just can't close them. Alright, let's deselect. If only you knew someone who has an extra camera and a place to mount it right now. Yeah, if only.
Oh, see, what do you know? I know where you can mount the camera, and I have a camera.
I don't... There's also no cats over here. Yeah, you're a software developer, so you could program a background task. I haven't programmed anything in 2 years. I've never done anything with background tasks before. That was never anything they taught us at my college. I mean, with enough Googling, I could figure it out. It just wouldn't be something I could do right off the bat. Yeah, Google exists. Yeah, I mean, if I Googled enough stuff to learn how to do what I could. And that's basically how I learned how to program, because my college didn't teach anything. You know, maybe it's not the best. Oh, that's the end of that. Okay, so actually we're at the end here. Oh, did I miss one? I missed one. Oh, I just missed the stroke on it. Okay. Honestly, you could probably find some forms with the script mostly already complete. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's like a simple thing that people have done a few times before. It would be easy enough just to find one to do it. Alright, that. Make sure I got all the other ones ready to go. That. Yep. Yep. Alright, so I think that is good for today. Not only Google Stack Overflow is the thing. Oh yeah, I mean, Stack Overflow... What do you mean you can't save? Just save it. Oh yeah, Stack Overflow is where I learned basically everything. Pet cams are very common, you know, all the big YouTubers have them. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them, yes. You know, Markiplier doesn't have any cats. This is an issue that isn't addressed nearly often enough.
Yeah, but he's masochist,
Yeah.
so he's inflicting self-pain by only having dogs.
Yeah. You could link your smartphone as a second webcam to use as a kitty cam. I use my phone when I'm drawing. I have like a bunch of notes and references on my phone that I use when I'm drawing. So I can't just put it somewhere else. You know? That, and sometimes if I have like a quick question, I know the client is online, I pop on my phone to ask them a quick question. So it's not totally viable. If I had my old phone, maybe. But I gave my old phone to my little brother because his old phone, which was another old phone of mine, broke, and he didn't have any. He doesn't need a phone, he's 5, but you know, he likes playing games on phones, and I felt bad for my mom because he was using her phone, which meant that, you know, there was a lot of games on her phone, and she basically never got to use her phone. You know, so I gave my phone to him. He likes it. He appreciates it. He uses it a lot, so it was good. I gave it to him for Christmas too, because I just happened to buy my new phone around Black Friday, so it worked out. That, and you know, I had no other presents for him for Christmas. I'm like, you know what, phone's good enough. Hand me down phone. He doesn't know the difference. He's 5. Yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe if I had, like, a second webcam, like, something small, because where the cats hang out, it's, like, by my feet or not in the same room. So, like, I could do it if they were, like, in the same room. Like, you know, under my feet. I could just put a camera down there and turn it on when they're down there. Turn it off when they're not. A serious question, are you planning to do a fursuit stream soon? Yes, probably. It's kind of a maybe. I still need to, so I have my new suit head. There's a couple adjustments I need to make, like around the chin area to make it fit better, because right now it kind of digs into my neck, which is not good for long-term wearing. And I also have a fan that I need to install into it. But once I do that, I do have something planned for maybe next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So that might work. I don't know. It kind of depends, but I do want to do fursuit streams, like, maybe not super regularly, but somewhat often. I don't know. If I can get my suit head fitting properly in time, I want to use it as part of like a affiliate celebration stream, fursuit stream. Ooh woo, yeah. I think it'd be fun. That, and you know, I want to be able to have like a channel point redeem where basically, you know, people redeem points. I wear my suit head for like half an hour or something. Maybe not like half, I don't know, just like a certain amount of time, maybe 15 minutes. Half an hour might be a little bit long enough for a suit head. But it'd also be a lot of channel points, like a high point redeem. So I guess it depends. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to do fursuit streams, and I might do like a fursuit Friday streams. Not ooh woo, it's oh whoa. Oh whoa. Ooh woo, oh whoa, ooh whoa. all kinds of different things going on. Yeah, I don't know. We need to make those edits sometime soon. You forgot oh woo? So many combinations. Oh my goodness. That sounded like the start of a song. Could be. I mean, there is that one song that oh God, I don't remember what it's called, but it's just like, oh whoa 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 whoa, and I don't remember what the rest of the song is. I just know that they say oh whoa several times in a row. It's kind of funny. God, what is that song called? I don't know. It's like it plays on like my Spotify, not my Spotify, my Pandora quite a bit. But I don't know. I keep meaning to like bookmark that song whenever it pops up, and I just never do. Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I keep meaning to bookmark, and then I never do it. All right. Let's see. I think I did 14 stickers today, which is about half, which is about right on track. Like I wanted to do half today. I want to do half on Monday. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna end here today. Let's find somebody to raid. I'm gonna do another art raid today. Try to find someone like with a, like a few followers, but not too many followers. Mario? I might do Mario after dinner, so like in a few hours. Depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes my stomach isn't too happy after dinner, but we'll see. Today might be a good day for after dinner stream. But anyways, I just hang around and we'll be going to raid another artist. I've never seen them before, but hopefully they're pretty good. It looks like they have their mic on, so should be at least interactive with you guys. I know sometimes I accidentally raid silent streamers, and that's kind of awkward. But anyways, I hope to see you guys tonight or tomorrow, and I hope y'all have a good day. Goodbye.